Imagine you're getting ready for dinner and decide tonight you're going to eat healthy and you settle on having fish. Your mind begins to swirl on this fish's life before this. You imagine it swimming peacefully, flying through the waves. Then when you finish eating, you remember the harsh truth about aquaculture and how these fish weren't so free. Aquaculture, also known as aqua farming, is a controlled raising and growing of aquatic organisms like fish, crustaceans, aquatic plants, and even algae. It does have its upsides, as it could help make the process of catching fish or growing aquatic plants way more efficient. But for these upsides, it still has its many downsides. These downsides are mostly environmental issues. One of the most major being the passing of disease and parasites to the wild fish. This is especially the case when these fish farms are producing invasive or non-native species. This is an issue because this significantly hurts the population of the fish, especially in the area, and biodiversity is lost. Another major downside of aquaculture is the water pollution that these fish farms can create, as there can be lots of excess waste and nutrition from the fish, as well as any pollution coming from machineries on the farms. There's also a big problem that relates to wild fish, as wild fish is being caught just so it can be fed to the farmed fish. This is also known as feed sourcing. This can lead to overfishing and just make a larger need and reliance on farm fishing. There is also concern about the use of antibiotics and chemicals in aqua farming practices, as this leads to pollution in the water as well as polluting the fish. This leads to even polluting the consumer, as an intake of antibiotics and chemicals can lead to becoming very sick. With aquaculture going up almost 20% to now being half of all the fish caught in the world since only 2004, the question remains, can aqua farming ever become sustainable? The answer, yes. We just need to implement proper management practices. This includes using responsible feed sources and also implementing effective disease and parasite control measures. This is being done by the creation of new advancements in technology, as research to help fix these issues is always happening. The way feed sources could be fixed. For an example, they could be fixed using plant-based feed, which can reduce the reliance on wild-caught fish for feeds. Another option is using leftovers from other industries, like using agricultural waste or food processing leftovers. This could help minimize the environmental impact. Another way that environmental impacts could be minimized is to implement efficient water management techniques, like recirculating systems, that minimize water usage and reduce waste. So in all, aquaculture has many issues right now, but through proper measures and management, aquaculture could soon become a very sustainable and efficient tool in the future.
Here at Gordon's, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And here at Gordon's, we do everything right. That includes a bunch of antibiotics in our fish. Also, we love to pollute the ocean.
Aren't these good? I can taste the antibiotics, the chemicals, and the pollution. As Mr. Gordon myself, I think these are the best fish on the market. No one else has this level of antibiotics like us. These are Mr. Gordon approved.